Hello participants. The resource person of day 2nd session 1 was Dr. Gurleen Ahluwalia, and the topic of her talk was fostering creativity into teaching. And the first session of day 3rd was taken up by Dr. Vibha Bhoot on virtual world, sense of presence and interaction through online pedagogical platform. And the day concluded with the interesting demonstration of blending animation and e-content by Dr. Bhupinderjit Kaur. Here they are answering the questions of the participants. Let's relish the question answer session.
Good morning, dear friends. I'm Dr. Gurleen Ahluwalia. Thank you so much for giving an overwhelming response to the presentation that I made in a 5-day faculty development program organized by the Shmesh Khalsa College, Zirakpur. Since most of the questions that are posed to me are based on the usage of TED Talks and Padlet, so I prepared a short tutorial for you to learn how to create video lessons on the platform called educationted.com and the creation of virtual wall on the online platform called Padlet. Hope you'll enjoy the lesson and start using for your students. Happy creative learning. Thank you so much. In this particular section, I'm going to tell you how you can create your own virtual walls using the online platform called Padlet. So for that, first of all, you have to click on the icon padlet.com. You can type it on the Google search icon, or if you have an application, a mobile app, which you can download from your Play Store, you can click on the icon and directly it will take you to Padlet, the online virtual wall. For example, here I click the icon. As I've already signed up for this particular account, but you will have to create your own account. You have to sign up by giving the information like your username, your email ID, and your password. I've already given that. I already have made an account on Padlet. So now we proceed further. Once you have created an account, this kind of picture will come on your screen. Now what next? How you can create your own walls once you have signed up. So let us see. You can see some icons on the screen. Click on the second icon which shows and says make, the plus sign. Click on that and you can see some kind of templates on the screen. So according to the need of your subject or the need of your topic or the need of your lesson, you can select the template of your choice. Here I'm going to take a simple template, the template of a wall. So I'm going to select here. Once I've done that, I'm going to edit the details in that. So here, the title. For example, I'm making this virtual wall for my literature students to whom I want to teach the novella, The Old Man and the Sea. So how I can add information into that? Let us see. So title of my Padlet would be The Old Man and the Sea. In the description, I'd like to give the information that it's a novella written by Ernest Hemingway. So this is what the information I've given. I don't want to select any icon for that. You can see the address of your Padlet here. Appearance, how do you want your wallpaper to appear like? So I'll select here and choose a new wallpaper for my virtual wall. I click on the pictures. So I'll select the one which sounds or which looks relevant to that of my topic. Oh yeah, this seems better. So I'll take up this and you can see the wallpaper has got changed. If you want to change the color scheme, if you want to change the font size, you can do that. Do you want to allow the comments? Do you want the viewers to comment on the post, you can do that if you want your students to comment on the section that you have added. Now I come to next. I click on the next icon. So now everything is set to start posting or start uploading your posts on your wall. Start posting. You can see that the wall is created. Now I'm going to upload different kinds of posts according to my lesson. So you can see a plus icon. I'll just click on that. Title. For example, I want to add a PowerPoint presentation on the same. PowerPoint presentation. So I want to upload it. I can upload it from my own file, my own folder, from my own PC, my mobile phone, or you can search it from the internet and then upload on your wall. For example, as I'm using my phone's screen, I do not have my academic files here. I have them on my laptop, so I'm going to search it on the internet. So I click on this icon, enter the search item. I'll say the old man and the sea PPT. Let us see if I get any results. Yes. For example, I find this particular PPT to be useful for my students. So I just clicked on that and save it. So you can see that the PowerPoint presentation is added to my wall. Next, I want to add a video on the novella. So I'll click on the plus icon again. Title, animated movie on the novella. So I'd like to upload it again from the internet. So I'll enter the search in the search icon, the old man and the sea movie, animated movie I want to say. So I'll click on the search icon. I find this one to be useful for my students. So I've uploaded it. I've saved it. Now you can see that on one particular wall, I can post all kinds of materials that are related to my topic that I find are useful for my students. I can post some notes for them. I can post any kind of presentations, images, all different kinds of lessons that I find are useful for my students. I can upload on this wall. And you can see add comment section under every post. So your students can give their comments to the presentation or their comments to the assignment that you've given to them. So whatever you want, if you allow them, if you've given them the permission to write their comments on it, they can. For example, on the PowerPoint presentation, I want to write and add a comment to it. So I clicked on it and I'll add a comment, say, nice presentation. So it'll appear like this and I'll post it and it's done. If you want to add something else, you just click on the plus icon and that particular post can be seen on your wall. That's it. And here your virtual wall is ready, your subject is ready, your topic is ready. So you can ask your students, you can give the link, you can copy the link and give the link to your students, maybe through your WhatsApp or maybe through your email ID, whatever way you want to select for that. You can share the link with your students. They can see the video before coming to the class. In the class, you can spend more time on analyzing the characters, on analyzing the settings, the atmosphere, the other literary elements, and so on. So you can have a very good and very useful discussion in the class. So that was all about Padlet. I hope I have given all the answers that were posed to me related to the online application, the Web 2.0 tool called Padlet. And yes, there is an application, a mobile application is available on the Play Store. If you're using your Android phone or if you're using your iPhone, just go to the Play Store and you can download Padlet from there. And it's very easy to use from there as well. Thank you so much. In this particular section, I'm trying to attempt to answer all your questions that are based on how to create video lessons, how to use TED Talks for the purpose of education in your classroom. So here I'm going to present you a short tutorial on how you can create your own TED education lessons, your own video lessons for the classroom, for your classroom. So for that particular lesson, to create a video lesson on TED education website, first of all, you'll have to create your TED ED account. So go to ed.ted.com website and click register in the right upper corner. It's not available on the screen that I'm showing you right now because I have already logged in and I'm a member of TED Talk Lessons. So that's why this option is not shown on the page. But for you, the first step is to sign up, to register, and give your little bit information like your username and password to manage your activities and lessons thereafter. And the second step is to find the video which is already, or to find a lesson on the topic of your choice which is already available on the website. For that, you'll have to click on the first icon which says Discover. If you click on it, you can see under the icon Discover, Lessons, Series, Earth School, Blog. So if you click on the icon Lessons, you can see that under the section Subjects, you can select the subject of your choice and find a lesson appropriate for your students according to the subject you're going to teach or the topic you're going to discuss in the class. This is an easy option which is available on this TED education website. And the second thing, and the most useful thing which I find for my lessons, is that you can create your own lessons. For that, you have to click on second icon on the red belt on the screen. So you click on Create and you'll see under the section Create, you can see a lesson. So create a lesson. So I can create a video lesson of my choice for the subject I'm teaching my students. So here I click Create a lesson. You can customize a TED education animation which is already available on this website, or you can visit the video search page to select a video. As you can see the icon here, the search icon. So you can click here, you can add a keyword. For example, I want to create a lesson on, say, the same topic, the old man and the sea. So I want to create a video lesson for my students on the animated movie called The Old Man and the Sea, which is based on the novella written by Ernest Hemingway, and it's a part of the curriculum of BA1 literature students. So I use this video lesson for my students. So once you have typed the keyword, you just click on the search icon and you can see the videos that are available on this particular topic. So I select this one. I find this one to be useful for my students. So I clicked on this. It's available on YouTube. So to prepare a lesson based on this YouTube movie, I have to press the icon Continue. Now you can see the video is uploaded, and thereafter there's a list of activities that I can prepare for my students. So number one says, let's begin. So you can introduce your lesson in few sentences here. For example, I write the old man and the sea is a novella written by Ernest Hemingway. So this is the short introduction that I want my students to read before they view the visual, before they view the movie. So once it is done, I'll click on the icon save. So the introduction is ready, the video is uploaded. The next step is to add some questions. Once my students have watched the video, I want them to solve some multiple choice questions, or I want them to answer some open-ended questions. So I'll click on the icon think, multiple choice question. So I'll add a question here. Maybe the question, who is the central character of the novel? So this is my first question. So here I can give the choice. Whatever choices I want to add, maybe Santiago, Merlin, Malville. So these are some of the options that I want to give to my students, and I want them to select the correct option from these. And not only that, I can also give a video hint to my students by adding a short video clip from the movie. Once it is done, I can save it. You can add some more activities that are based on your video. It can be dig deeper, to discuss. That's your choice. Whatever kind of lesson you want to make for your students, you can keep on adding the activities. For example, I want to add only these 3 activities and I want to publish it now. My lesson is ready and I want to publish it. So I click on the icon publish. So it says that your lesson has been successfully published. So visit your activity page at any time to edit or share your lesson. Once your lesson is published, you can click, you get the URL link, you receive a unique URL link for your lesson in your email. So you can have an access to this link. Only you have an access to this link, as it is not listed in site search or it is not indexed by search engines. So only you have an access to this link. But yes, if you want to share this link with your students, you can copy this link and share it with them through WhatsApp, or you can post this link, add this link on your Padlet, your virtual wall, where the students can have an access to it. Once the lesson is published, once your students have done the activity, you can monitor their progress as well. As they submit their work on your lesson page, you'll be able to monitor their progress and view their answers also. You can manage the lessons you have created. You can also return to editing your drafts, or you can have an access to the student work at any time by visiting your lesson activity page. That you can do. So see your lesson here. Let's click on the lesson that I have created for my students. The Old Man and the Sea. Yes. There are questions that are based on it. There's an introduction given here. I can manage my classes. I can manage my lessons here. Just see. So how many have viewed my lesson? The statistics on the left side show the activity has been viewed by people, completed, and all kind of information is being provided here. So your lesson is ready to be used in your classroom. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed listening to the tutorial based on TED education. And yes, the TED Talks, the application, the mobile application TED Talks is available on the Google Play Store. You can download it and can use it. Thank you so much.
Hello friends, I am Dr. Vibha Bhoot from the Department of English, Jain Vyas University, Jodhpur, Rajasthan. At the outset, I'd like to thank you for this overwhelming response for my presentation, and I am glad to answer about your questions right now. So, this in this question and answer session, I'd like to take up a couple of questions that were um, fondly sent by so many of you, and so here I go with my answers. The first question that I came across was, how can we stop cybercrime? Now, friends, since we have been bombarded with this cybercrime and cybersecurity and all these things these days, we need to be careful in the sense that we need to take certain measures so that we are saved from all that's happening around us. So in the big bad world of internet, though it is beneficial, a big source of knowledge as well, but still there are lots of crimes and lots of robbery, theft, which they occur on internet. We have to save ourselves from all those. So the first point that you need to take care of is that you have to use full internet security. Friends, whichever device you are using, laptop, desktop, or cell phone through which you have an access to internet, please take care of that device by installing full internet security software. For example, Norton, and there's so many other softwares, McAfee and all that, cleanups, and you have internet security softwares as well. So please install those software so that you can be safe from any virus that's attacking your system. The next one is that you have to manage strong passwords. Please don't use predictable passwords. Use strong passwords and keep them updated from time to time. Keep the passwords changing. Why? Because if you are using a password from a very long time, the people might know it, and whatever. You are not safe with a password that you have been using for a very long time. The next one is that keep your softwares updated. I exemplify that if you are using an iPhone, the iOS should be updated from time to time, because that prevents you from any kind of virus attack that happens your way. Now, if you don't update your the softwares, you keep on using those old softwares, old versions of the softwares, you are more prone to the virus attack. So please keep updating the softwares, because the software companies allow your systems to be saved with the updation that happens from their side. The next one is manage your social media settings. Friends, my suggestion over here is that you should manage your social media settings in the sense that you should keep your privacy settings updated according to, say, do not open, for example, please do not keep your Facebook accounts open for public or anybody else other than your friend list, so that they can view your profile and make the worst use of whatever information they get on your profile. So please restrict your privacy settings on social media. This was an example, but of course, if you're using other social medias as well, please update them by changing the privacy settings. The next one is that the home network should be strengthened. The networks, the Wi-Fi, whatever you are using at home, please try and strengthen them. Don't use weak Wi-Fi things, like the networks which provide you proper Wi-Fi networks. Please use those only those networks. The next one is, please talk to your kids about internet. This is most important, because through kids the passwords travel. Sometimes out of ignorance or in their innocence, they may share the passwords, they may share the information with anybody who's standing outside to grab your system and security. Please take care of the children so that they do not get exposed to any kind of because they are vulnerable. So please talk to them about internet and keep an eye on them as well. The next one is that you need to identify the theft prevention. Now, whenever you are using any preventive method for any kind of theft, you need to monitor the settings. You need to identify that particular theft prevention. For example, you have to keep an eye on the website security breach as well. If you have a website of your own, so you have to keep yourself updated whether that website is working properly, aren't there any virus attacks on it, or there is some information that is being pulled out of website and misuse of that information is happening. You have to keep an eye on your website security breach and update the or identify the theft preventions as well. So friends, I hope I have answered this question quite elaborately. If by chance, if by any means, after taking all these precautions also you fall, if by chance you fall a victim to cybercrime, then I'm sharing a link from this platform to you all so that you can report your cybercrime. Please take down the name of this website provided by the government of India. It is cybercrime.gov.in. cybercrime.gov.in. This is the website that the government of India provides you for the citizens so that they can report the cybercrime that is happening around them, or if even if they have become a victim of cybercrime. So friends, take care of the security measures and stay safe. Okay, so now the next question is, how can we protect children from cybercrime? Yes, this one's the most important part. Rather, it was the most important part, and I'd like to be assertive about this fact that parents and the children have a communication gap these days. So, though I cannot suggest you any you can say measures to bridge up those gaps, but still I would suggest you, or you all parents out there, please talk to your children. Please bridge up those communication gaps, because if you do not talk to the children, they become more fragile towards the outside forces that work against them, that can absolutely make them a cyber criminal or maybe any other criminal of any sort. So please bridge up the gaps in your family. Okay, the next question that I came across was, is there a punishment for hackers? Yes, there is a punishment for hackers. It may last up to 3 years of imprisonment, or 2 lakh rupees fine, or both. So there is a provision for punishment to these hackers as well, because hacking is a crime eventually. I'm not talking about ethical hackers or any other hacking that is you can say excusable under the law, but still hacking is hacking. It is a punishable offense. Okay. The next question is that how to make a presentation tech savvy, and I have clubbed up with one more question that I came across, is the links of the resources used in my presentation. Okay, the presentation becomes tech savvy by using different links that I chose for my presentation. The links are enumerated thus. The first link that I used for the recording of my videos, it's OBS Studio. As in, I am using this particular link just now as well for the recording of this video. It is OBS Studio. The second one that I chose for my for the creation of my animations was Render Forest. The next one that I chose for the editing of my videos was OpenShot Video Editor. Then I chose my videos from YouTube. So these are the 4 links that I used for my presentation. You can use them as well because they are very user friendly. We can make our presentation tech savvy by the usage of all these things. And one more thing, friends, as I also spoke about this in my presentation, that we are presenting these lectures, this colorful, you can say, dishes to the students. We are not presenting any information to the corporates or the business people. So when at the receiving end there are students, we need to present them in a very colorful way. So please select good videos, good animations. As for my presentation, I chose up emoticons from internet. There were pictures available. I cropped them. I put them on my slides. So you can also do it. It's a very simple process. Make your presentations more presentable by using colors in your presentations. That will definitely interest the students. The next question that I came across was, can we discuss some case studies about the cybercrime? Okay, yes, we can discuss, but since there is a paucity of time and we had to record our lecture in a fixed duration thing to be presented to you, because there was a lot of information already to share, that is why I did not take up the case studies, though I mentioned a few examples as and when they came across my research. So definitely sometime later, if we happen to meet up, we will definitely discuss the case studies. So, and the next one is, were the topics contemporary? Yes, the topics were absolutely contemporary, because phishing has been reported by China. The other day I was reading the newspapers, I came across a news of cyber attack being conducted by China. So this topic becomes absolutely contemporary from my side. The next one was Rasa theory. Since yesterday or day before yesterday it was Kalidasa's Jayanti, so that is why even the Rasa theory becomes contemporary. As projected in one of my slides, we use Rasa theory in our daily life in the form of emoticons. So friends, this particular presentation becomes absolutely contemporary. The last question is that traditional learning versus e-learning. Now, what is more beneficial? So when we think about the traditional learning, undoubtedly the presence of the teacher makes a difference in the class, and we are through our physical presence in the class, we are able to establish a good rapport with the students, because eventually the body language, the eye contact, everything matters. And in e-learning, this is absolutely not there. But the benefit with e-learning is that we can teach our students with a lot of, you can say, information, one thing, because there are no interruptions. As in offline teaching, sometimes interruptions happen, but in online teaching, absolutely no interruptions do happen. Okay, the other day I was taking my MA second semester and fourth semester classes online, and I was teaching them, and it was absolutely very comfortable, because the students were sitting in their own comfort zones. They just had to put their devices on, their laptops or their mobiles, and the class was on. So it was absolutely very convenient for them to attend those classes. Sometimes there are problems, as in network problems, and the voice is not properly, that the lectures are not delivered properly, the breakthroughs of voices and all that. But we came across them in a beautiful way, that we extended our lectures by, if there was a lecture of 1 hour, I engaged the lectures for 1.5 hours, so that we kind of compensate for the time lost when there was no network, or the voice was it was a big breakthrough of voice. So friends, everything has its own advantages and disadvantages. We as human need to adapt to the situations, because we have tremendous capacity of adaptations. And to all the teachers who are listening to me, I know that you have tremendous capacity of adaptations, as you have been rocking all these years. So you will rock also through this e-learning phase. I trust you all people. Keep safe, keep healthy, take care of yourself, and thank you so much for listening to me.
Hello dear friends. Today I express my heartfelt gratitude to all the participants who had watched and listened to my videos and have actually been benefited by watching those and must have learned something new. Second, I express my gratitude, my sincere thanks to the Smesh Khalsa College and the entire organizing team of a faculty development program, who have given me this opportunity to share my knowledge, whichever I have acquired during this lockdown period, by listening to various workshops, by attending to various workshops, and practicing something new. It was a good experience while recording the videos. And my sincere apologies to all of you that there was a lot of perturbance while recording my videos, and due to which you were not able to understand properly. And I welcome all the queries whichever you have asked me. Let's switch to the queries. First of all, somebody had asked me that whether Twincraft can be downloaded on laptop or not. My dear, if you wish to download Twincraft on your laptop, then try to use other animation apps. For example, there is an app Plotagon. I'll be sharing with you slides related to the animation web pages or animation applications, right? And then someone has asked me that whenever we download the applications or we sign into some other new web pages or other applications, then there is a problem or there is a kind of insecurity that our data may be lost. So this is what we call cybercrime. Before my lecture, you must have listened to the video of Dr. Vibha Bhoot, and she has actually shared a very beneficial information with all of us that yes, nowadays this crime, cybercrime, is taking place, and it is kind of vogue. It is in vogue that people are trying to use your data, or I should say that they are trying to misuse your data, right? So it's in our hands. Get smarter with the smart technology, right? We can't say that you cannot sit in your shell, right? You cannot be an ostrich. If I can't see you, you can't kill me. It's not like that. So what we need to do is, we just need to get more smart, we need to get smarter than the smart devices. Alright? I hope this will suffice. And someone has asked how much time it will take to learn the new techniques of teaching and blend it in your teaching and learning process. So my dear, practice makes man perfect. The more we practice, the more efficient we become. So keep on practicing. It will take some time, of course, because this is a new technology, digitalization of the world is there. So it will definitely take time. So just keep practicing. Don't think that you have watched a video and you feel that you have learned, but actually, believe me, we don't learn by listening only. We have watched the video, we have understood the technique, that is a separate thing, that is first step. But the second step is that we need to practice it. For example, hands-on sessions should be there, right? So we should just try to make videos, like I have already told you in my video that you must pause for some time and try to create your own animation with animated videos. So try to do that. And next, someone has asked that the crime against women, it was related to something that maybe because I have talked about identity and all. Dear, with whom we are going to fight? Are we going to fight with ourselves? When we talk about that women are being subjugated, women are being dominated, do you really think that they are? See, they are subjugated by the women only, no? Who are those women? From where do they come? At our home, it's not the father, it's not the brother who tell us at the first place that we should not go out. It is our mother. She tells us. don't laugh loudly, don't do this, don't do that. So that kind of struggle is within. I know so a lot of crime is taking place, rape cases are increasing, and I am too small to talk on this such a large, huge topic. I'm too small for that. My knowledge is too little for that. But still, I strongly believe that whatever we feel from within, that is reflected on our faces. If you are confident, nobody is going to dare to say anything. And if somebody finds, even you must watch a movie, I don't remember its name. There is a Hollywood movie, Will Smith is there in that movie, and it is based on the fear. There is a kind of alien who can smell the fear. So if the dog can smell your fear, and then only he pounces upon you, not otherwise. It's just like that. Got my point. Next is Tweencraft for the animated videos, which you complained that Render Forest and Tweencraft, they were not audible. Render Forest, I have already shared the link with ma'am, with the organizing team, so you may watch that video on my YouTube channel. Secondly, there are certain features of Tweencraft which I could not discuss in that video because of time constraint. So I have created another video which you may call part 2 of the same video. So you may watch that video and look at the new features, more features of Tweencraft. I guess that's it. Almost 2 or 3 more are there. For the chemistry, for the science students or teachers, there are virtual labs. For that you need to go to Google Baba. Go to Google Baba and type there virtual labs with real-time simulation. This will lead you to various virtual labs through which you can take a tour to the labs. Maybe chemistry, physics, and I'm not from medical background, so I cannot go deep into it. So this is what I got. And I'll definitely be sharing different applications and web pages with you through my slides. This has also been requested. And Render Forest, I have already created a video, and one of the organizing members, I have forwarded the link to her. She will be sharing it with you very shortly. Yes, when I have talked about Google Form, there are two more things. One is quizzes and the other one is Kahoot. Now these two are a little bit exhaustive. When you when you install the quizzes app from Google Play Store, you will definitely be able to install it. It's free of cost. But then when you create a quiz on it, it generates a code. It may reach your students in appropriate manner or may not reach. So there may be a confusion between you and your students, which may create a kind of problem, right? So if the message is not communicated in proper way, then what is the fun of using technology, this kind of technology? So if you feel comfortable with this application, only then install it. Otherwise, I guess Google Form will suffice. And moreover, when you fill Google Form, you prepare quizzes by using Google Form. You also you also have an opportunity to jot down, to compile the other details of your students. For example, their email ID, their WhatsApp contact number, which nowadays is very, very important, and other details, whichever questions you have framed for them. See, you may do that, right? So that's it. These were the questions, and I hope again I have not bored you much with my lecture. because nowadays it's technology which should talk more, right? Not the people. But always remember, there is a hand behind the technology. So if that hand is there, only then the technology works. So technology can never overpower a human brain, because it is the human brain which has created it. So always remember that we all are unique beings, we are creative, we can do something, and what did I say in the last lecture? Yes, learning is living. Always remember that. Thank you very much. Hello dear friends. So today what we are going to discuss the things which were asked by all of you, I mean all the participants, the different applications and web pages whichever are required. So let's see. Web pages to download free images. In my lecture I have talked about certain web pages and applications through which we can download the images which do not have any kind of copyright. So those are unsplash.com, Pexels, Pixabay, etc. Next one is applications to create, edit and merge videos. That is Camtasia, Vlogit, Quick, KineMaster and VSDC. KineMaster is a kind of more professional. Vlogit you may learn by watching YouTube videos. Quick we have already discussed. Camtasia is not too difficult, a little bit technical, but with a small help, supporting hand of technical staff maybe, or your son, or maybe your husband or brother or father, whosoever is well versed with the technology, they may teach you how to use Camtasia. It's quite easy. Next one is applications for animation. So this is quite interesting because I had a constraint of time, so I could create a video by using Twincraft only. Somebody had asked me which other things, which other applications are there to create animated videos. So here is the list. Powtoon, Plotagon, Humans. These are just a few animated animation techniques which we can use. Or I may say I am aware of these many only, but if you explore you'll definitely be able to get more. Last one is a web page which we have already discussed in my video lecture, and that was Render Forest. I have generated a link for this video. I have created it again, and the organizing team will definitely share it with you. Kindly watch it again. Thank you. Next one which we are going to discuss is screen recorder applications. At the moment I am using DU Recorder. Now what is the best feature of this? It's the face cam. So face cam is there, and slide is also going on. Both the things are going on simultaneously, so it sounds well. It actually attracts the audience. Your students will definitely like it because they will feel that their teacher is teaching them face to face. They will not find a kind of gap between themselves and their teacher. Whichever other softwares are there or other applications are there, those are Screencast-O-Matic, Screen Recorder, Face Cam, Super Screen Recorder. These, my dear, I'm afraid these don't have this feature. Screencast-O-Matic, a little bit dicey because first it records your screen and afterwards you may use your face cam. Screen Recorder doesn't have that privilege, and finally Super Screen Recorder it has, but kind of it hangs. So I don't know, maybe on my device only. And mind it, there is a difference between Android and iPhone. So you need to see which one you are using and which application is compatible with your device, right? The next one is surprise for creating quiz and MCQs. Google Forms we have already discussed. Quizzes I have discussed already. Kahoot is again an application, a technical one. If you can cope up with it, then go for it. So this is what we have learned. We must start, think, analysis should be there, then planning must be there. Try, do again, keep on doing. Somebody has asked me how much time will it take to learn the new techniques. My dear, this is new. If this is new, it means we'll definitely take some time. The people who are adamant, they will definitely take more time than the people who are adaptable, who know that change is the only constant thing in the world. So always remember what? Learning is living. Thank you very much.